Can paid add-ons like Zygor help you level faster in World of Warcraft? In this video, I'm going to answer that question by leveling 2 characters from level 10 to 60 in retail. To level the first character, I'll use Azeroth Pilot, which is a free add-on. For my second character, I'll follow Zygor, which costs $9.99 a month, and then we'll see which one is faster. You might be wondering how Zygor gets away with charging a monthly subscription when paid add-ons violate terms of service. Well, technically the add-on is free. What they're charging for is the guide that goes into the add-on. It's like buying one of the old Brady Games strategy guides and then loading it into the add-on. For the testing, I decided to use 2 Zandalari Troll Balance Druids, and I decided to also set a rule to not log out in rest areas so that the rested XP wouldn't sway the results. After booting up Azeroth Autopilot, I selected the speedrun option, which leads you through Warlords of Draenor content. Zygor, on the other hand, gives you the option to choose which expansion you want to level in. To keep things fair, I chose Zygor's Draenor route as well. For transparency's sake, I want to point out that I did this leveling test while the Winds of Wisdom experience boost was active. I also ran the test before the release of the Dragonflight pre-patch and revamp of the talent system. Okay, let's jump in and look at the results. The first 10 levels of testing were fairly similar between the 2 guides. Since both of the guides were walking me through the Warlord's intro quest line, which is completely linear, there wasn't much chance for one to pull far ahead of the other. Using Azeroth Autopilot, I hit level 20 at 1 hour and 33 minutes of time played, but there were actually 8 minutes where my router restarted. After adjusting for that disconnect, my level 20 split time with Azeroth Autopilot was 1 hour and 25 minutes. Zygor, on the other hand, got me to level 20 at 1 hour and 22 minutes. However, in reviewing the game footage, that 3-minute advantage for Zygor can be attributed to a bug that I ran into while using Azeroth Autopilot. I ended up getting locked out of a cave during the Draenor intro and had to repeat the kill 100 fighters in the arena quest. Overall, using both add-ons felt very similar. Both of them pick up and turn in quests automatically and show you where to go next. They both skip cinematics to speed up your leveling, and if you're using Zygor, you might even be as lucky as I was to witness this gorgeous rave when a cinematic was skipped on a loading screen. One of the biggest differences I noticed immediately was that Zygor doesn't auto-select chat options for you like Azeroth Autopilot does, which honestly made it feel a lot less nice to use. In the next 10 levels, the differences between the 2 add-ons started to emerge. Azeroth Autopilot's guide focused on main quests and treasure collecting, while Zygor ignored the treasures and went for more of a quest completionist approach. This was a little frustrating in a few cases where it wanted me to do some scenario quests that took longer to complete. I also noticed a pretty significant difference in the number of instructions each guide gives you. Zygor does a good job of walking you through every step and gives you instructions on how to use quest items. On the other hand, Azeroth Autopilot gives an overview of the objectives, but in some cases misses steps like on this Cordana quest, where it didn't tell me to talk to the NPC again, so I ran off towards the marker like an idiot. Azeroth Autopilot gained some serious ground on Zygor and got me to level 30 with a total time played of 3 hours and 26 minutes. Zygor trailed behind by 17 minutes at a TTP of 3 hours and 43 minutes. Now this is where things get more interesting. Once I hit level 30 and unlocked flying, Zygor started to pull ahead again. Since Zygor uses a quest-focused approach and quests give more XP than treasures, the Winds of Wisdom buff, paired with my ability to complete quests faster with flying, brought the 2 add-ons neck and neck. For split times, I reached level 40 with Zygor at 6 hours and 2 minutes, compared to 6 hours flat with Azeroth Autopilot. And that flying advantage continued to benefit Zygor on my way to level 50. By the time I reached level 50 on both characters, Zygor had claimed a 22-minute lead over Azeroth Autopilot with a TTP of 9 hours and 4 minutes against 9 hours and 26 minutes. Since I did my testing before Dragonflight, my only leveling option from 50 to 60 was to go through the Shadowlands storyline. That's right, I subjected myself to 2 more playthroughs of the Maw just for you. And if that isn't deserving of a like on this video, I don't know what is. While both Azeroth Autopilot and Zygor guided me through the Shadowlands campaign, Zygor included a lot more side quests while leveling to 60. This meant that I got a few more achievements along the way, but the leveling time slowed down pretty considerably. By the time I reached level 60, the 22-minute lead Zygor brought into the Shadowlands had been completely erased. In the end, Azeroth Autopilot got me from level 10 to 60 in a total time of 16 hours and 2 minutes. Zygor brought me over the level 60 finish line at the 16-hour and 23-minute mark. In other words, the free add-on ended up being 21 minutes faster. So back to the original question, can paid add-ons like Zygor help you level faster in World of Warcraft? If you aren't using Azeroth Autopilot, Zygor will be faster. Anytime you have a nicely laid out guide, things tend to go a little smoother, but if you compare Zygor to the free alternatives, it isn't really worth the money. To be fair to Zygor, I want to highlight a few other features that might make the add-on worth your money depending on who you are. While leveling guides are one part of Zygor, they're only a small fraction of what the add-on offers. First off, Zygor works in both retail and classic for a single subscription cost, while Azeroth Autopilot is only made for retail. Zygor comes with a huge pool of guides for various activities in both games. When you open the guide menu, you can see that it covers everything from leveling, which includes the Lore Master achievements, dungeons and raids, dailies, world events, reputations, gold, professions, pets and mounts, titles, and achievements. Essentially, this means that you can follow all of these guides instead of using a second window to look everything up on Wowhead, which is pretty nice. The other thing to point out is that Zygor has other quality of life improvements bundled into the add-on. So here are a few of the extras you get with Zygor. You get automatic selling of gray items, automatic quest accepting and turning in, cutscene skips if you want, a gear advisor feature which suggests when you have an upgrade in your bags, and a gold guide which walks you through how to farm gold, gather, craft, or even play the auction house. With all of that in mind, I'll let you decide if Zygor is the right fit for you. Based on my testing though, I would recommend that you use free add-ons like Azeroth Autopilot in retail or Guideline in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. On the other hand, Zygor might be a good fit for you if you're focused on collection and completion, or if you are a new player. Having all the guides and features in one spot saves a lot of time toggling your world map and looking for walkthroughs on the internet. If you want to give Zygor a shot, check out the link in the description, and part of your subscription payment will come back and support this channel. No pressure though. If you decided that you don't want to get Zygor, but you're still dying to spend some money, feel free to click that thanks button under the video to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.